the link below this video. Go check it out. Get your place now, because of course, there is an early bird rate and a super fucking phenomenal payment plan for those who like to take fast action. So let's see you on that page and let's build your fucking funnel now. Okay, I'm launching a new program. As always, I'm launching like 14 different things at a time. I just had my biggest month ever, which was May 2016. It was a $260,000 month, which is pretty freaking phenomenal. And honestly, the reason that I was able to do that, where that money came from, is because I fucking worked my ass off and slept like 3 hours a night, honestly, for most of May. Honestly, not just like the hustle and the grind, but and this is revolutionary, right? So get ready for it. The reason that I'm making more money is I'm selling more. I'm just making more offers all the time. I'm doubling it up. I'm tripling it up. I don't care. I'm just putting stuff out there that I want to put out there that I know is super high value for my audience. You know, I used to think like you can only launch one thing at a time. And God, back in the day, I used to think that it takes like weeks or months or something to prepare a launch. Now I'm like, I launch something right then and there the day I have it. The day I have the idea, sorry. Multitasking, forgetting what I'm writing here. Not afraid to launch multiple things at the one time at the moment. So I've got almost like a separate business going on with Regan. We sold out our Manifest Like a Motherfucker workshop last month, which was about a $100,000 launch for us, between us. That was for a 14-day online challenge. It was super fun to deliver. People had massive results from it, massive money results, massive results in other areas. And then we did an upsell for that 2 nights ago. So we jumped on the final day for the challenge. We did an offer for just 20 people to work with us in a personal way in our Elite Manifesting Mastermind. So that's $5,000 for the upfront payment, or there was a payment plan option. But then at the same time, I was filling up my own private coaching intensive, which is Rich Hot Empire, where you work with me personally for 6 weeks. So that's the main way to actually come on board and work with me one-on-one and become a private client of mine. That with Rich Hot Empire, you have completely unlimited private access to me as a private client. Anytime you need me, I'm there. Anything that you need help with, I help with. I give feedback, I review your stuff, I help you work stuff out, pricing, you name it, and then give you also all of the strategies and resources basically on everything. Plus we do the mindset work, plus we do the productivity stuff. It's literally like you're being implanted into my brain as to how I make money and how I do things, but we apply that to your business. And I was doing the stuff with Regan at the same time. And then at the same time, I was also selling my Discipline Your Ass workshop, which was a $97 online workshop. I ran it yesterday. I had well over 100 people join, but I did something unique. I gave $200 back to everybody who purchased the workshop and paid $97, right? So this is like a kind of a sneaky way that I'm looking at doing. I'm always doing different offers. You got to be always selling in a different way. You can't just present the same thing over and over again. I feel like I should film this on my own phone and turn it into a, I'm gonna make it into a YouTube video at the same time as telling you about this for Carlatozo Unchained, because I want people to really understand this sales stuff. But I did something different. I gave $200 back to everybody who joined the workshop, $200 of hashtag cat cash, right? Which is actual cat cash that you can use on anything within my product line, services, coaching, you name it. So I did that because I'm always thinking about ways to make my sales process unique and different. You can't just show up every day and be like, hey, buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing. I mean, we're gonna assume that your thing is freaking awesome and phenomenal. You need to be aware of familiarity blindness. So what that means is if you're making the same offer every day in the same way, then people are gonna get used to it and they're not gonna see it. So I often make an offer where join this thing and then you're gonna get 1 month free in the tribe. And the tribe is $197 a month. It's the tribe of revolutionary fucking leaders. It's my monthly membership program where ultimately everybody should end up, right? Like even my super high level clients are in there. It's the best place to start as far as getting into my content and getting access to a ton of my content plus ongoing support. Join my Discipline Your Ass workshop. Let me discipline your ass for epic fucking results, and I will give you $200 of cat cash. And people were like, oh my God, I'm gonna pay $97 and then I'm gonna get $200, what? But really the thing is that I want is that people use that $200 to activate their first month, which is $197 in the tribe, right? But it made it like, wow, this is a cool offer. Who does that? Who gives back double amount of the money that I just paid to join? But then what I did was I made a surprise bonus announcement because I love to always reward my paying clients. And I said, hey, I'm actually gonna give you $200 off the Build Your Fucking Funnel workshop, but only if you purchase within the next 24 hours, right? So I put the pressure on, I do it deliberately, and then they get to have their cat cash on top of that. So it actually ends up being $400 credit for a $97 investment, which is just like hell fucking yes, right? And that's what it's all about. Like, I'm here to unapologetically make money, but more than that, I'm here to make a massive fucking difference. And so I'm gonna do what it takes to get those sales through, even to the point of paying you to pay me, right? Because that's gonna give you the education. You wanna make more money, you wanna make more sales, you wanna get cash in the bank, and you also wanna help people and get your message out there and have an epic fun time doing it. Start freaking selling. Do it all day, every day. That's it. Have an amazing rest of the day. I was gonna fix my nail polish up since I'm being filmed today, but apparently I've left that too late. Okay, I have to just edit this video. I just uploaded the Build Your Fucking Funnel video to the Discipline Your Ass group. My client took this cool photo of, I sometimes make private videos for my clients. And so I made a private video for my client, Jen Scalia. She has a nearly $1 million business that she's built up over the past very short period of time. And I was sending her a private video message just telling her where I think she needs to go more all in. And I was like telling her to be more of a badass and let the bitch out, because she's a total badass bitch, but she plays the nice girl. And so we've talked about that, and she wants to let the badass bitch out. So I was making her this private video, and that's like a screenshot that she took, and then she posted it in the Facebook group. She's like, when Kat tells you what to do, you fucking do it. People ask me this all the time, when should I invest in a staff member or a VA or something, right? And it's always like, well, before you can. I always paid other people before I paid myself. So now I get to be like running around doing my videos and doing this show and doing what I want to do. And then meanwhile, my team are putting stuff together and helping out my clients, right? As far as organization and how I get so much done, please don't think that it's organized. It's insanely chaotic. And like right now, it's 9:40 a.m. and I'm going, I need to like sit here and just take a moment to look at what I have to do today so that I can make sure I don't miss anything, that I will not get around to looking at what I have to do today until probably 11 p.m. tonight or midnight tonight, when I'll then write out what I'm gonna not do tomorrow, but try and convince myself that I'm gonna do. I have to do a little video for my Discipline Your Ass workshop. They're getting 7 days of video follow on. I was trying to over deliver and over promise. So I promised and sold a workshop, but then I'm doing additionally 7 days of small videos for them, which I put in the Facebook group for that workshop to help people implement, right? It's always about over delivering. Always, you know, there's that expression, under promise and over deliver in sales. It's actually, you should over promise and over deliver. Be so damn good to your audience, take such great care of them that they're just never ever gonna leave you, right? I can talk about that, and I can even basically tell people to their face like, hey, I want you to give me this much money, right? Because I'm giving so much more value in return. And literally people will say to me when I tell them the price of working with me one-on-one, about half the time people write back and they're like, oh my God, that's ridiculous fucking value, right? I thought it was gonna be 2 or 3 times that much. And then I always give extra surprises as well. It's another little sales secret. Like I always have bonuses, like, hey, here's the bonuses that you're gonna get if you join up by this time. And then typically I'll then add on some surprise extra bonus once they're already signed up and once they're already in. So it's just like blow people away with awesomeness. I like have this great life now. I now like literally just moved into my dream home 2 days ago. I've got my dream car, you know, I can pay my bills, I can give money, I can do what I want basically, and I get to do what I want all day, every day, and it's super fun. But that's like 20 years, 25 years that I've been in personal development, over 15 years that I've been in business for myself, nearly a decade that I spent pretty much broke and going repeatedly more broke and in insane amounts of debt and failing, and I just kept on grinding the whole way through. And now I get this fucking message from somebody, and I wrote a whole blog about it, right? So I'm not afraid to talk about it here. This is fucking reality, right? Most people just don't have what it takes, and they're not willing to do it, and they honestly believe their own bullshit, which I find ridiculous. But I guess that's the whole point of being the 1% within the 1%. So she was gonna sign up to work with me in Rich Hot Empire, which is my private coaching. And she had the money for the first payment. She was doing the payment plan. And then she came back to me, she said, since I said yes to you, 2 clients went back on their commitment, which means I won't have the money to pay for the second payment. So I'm afraid I can't work with you after all, since I don't know if I'll actually have enough money to pay you in 30 days. I just don't see a way of getting that money in 30 days because there is again the doubt that enough women will actually pay for what I offer, not run away when they get an invoice. If you walk around and you think, I'm worried that people are gonna back out, like I'm worried that clients said yes to me and then they're gonna back out, then you're gonna manifest that. You're gonna get whatever you're expecting to get. Firstly, it's part of business anyway. It happens to me as well, right? example. I can't tell you how many times, in fact I would say pretty much every time that I've invested at a high level in my business, whether it's into mentors or other forms of support in the even tens of thousands of dollar range, that I've said yes without having a fucking clue where that money is going to come from. But I just know that if I say yes, then I'll make it happen, right? So this attitude is a failure attitude. That's the reality. I wrote back one final time, I said it won't work then if you allow that worry to guide your decisions. Nobody who makes it to the top made it because they waited for worry to go away. I was terrified most of the time when I was building my business. I wouldn't be here if I didn't act anyway. That is what doing what it takes is about, and it's why most people never make it. They just choose not to handle that pressure and fear. An actual current client who I had a call with yesterday, and she was worrying, am I too aggressive? Am I too over the top? Am I too much of like a bitch? And you know, maybe I should back down. And I was like, no, you have to have the mindset of a fucking killer. It has to be like, if somebody tries to get in your way of doing what you need to do, then it's like, I will cut you, right? I will rip your head off and eat it, metaphorically, obviously. But you've got to be that passionate about being true to your goals and your dreams. And that's why that client was just like PMing me on the weekend, a picture of her on stage speaking to tens of thousands of people, because that's what the level she's already at, and I'm helping her to go higher and more into alignment. That's why she gets to do that and be that person and have that result, because she has that mindset. Whereas the other person who's not a client, and unless she just has like a massive fucking revelation, is never gonna be a client, that person just, you're not gonna make it, right? You gotta understand this. And this is not about me being a bitch or a hard ass. Everybody, you know, or some people think people don't get it. I see sometimes comments like, you're very uncompassionate, or you're a bitch, or you're mean, or mean. You're like, mean to me. I'm like, no, I'm actually being the one person that says the truth. This is where the results are gonna come from.